Welcome back to the Boardroom. Thrilled to have Chris Harris Jr. on, all-decade team corner, perennial Pro Bowler and All-Pro, and one of the good guys in the league. So, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time, man. I'm really happy to have you on the Boardroom.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me, my man.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So, obviously, these are strange times, both for football fans and especially the players. I guess my first question is, how excited but also nervous are you for the prospects of a season that is not going to be like anything we've ever seen before?
It's definitely you definitely kind of be unsure a little bit, and you worry about it and what's going to happen, if we're going to finish the season and things like that. Of course, football, we have the hardest obstacle to make it through the season with all the players that we have and then all the traveling that we have to do. And so, yeah, you definitely worry about it. But I've been around people the whole year, and they've been able to just stay healthy, just making sure I just wear the proper mask, the proper things to keep me healthy.
What do you expect? I mean, obviously, we're still, I think, 50 days away from kickoff. But if you're using your crystal ball, what are you expecting right now, if you could forecast?
Man, I hope we make it, man. That's what right now I'm expecting us to be able to get it started, see what we can do. Hopefully, I think once we get past like the first 5 weeks or so, I think if we can make it past there, I think that's
right.
Like the little
the point of no return.
Yeah, point of no return. I think we can make it past there. I think the season will be successful.
Are guys optimistic? Are they pessimistic? How much are you talking about the prospects of the season?
Guys are very optimistic. We just wanted to make sure that we had the proper safety protocols in, and everybody felt comfortable and going out there and playing. So there is a couple guys that's got it. Then we got to test 3,000 players come to July 28th. So I think that's going to be a big tell to what's going to happen.
How important is preseason? Because obviously it's really hard not to have a preseason for some of the younger guys trying to make a team. But for the actual performance of a team, does it make a big difference? And for you, especially as a veteran, does it make a big difference?
No, not for me. I've gone preseasons without playing at all, and I feel like I was great and ready to go come regular season. So it kind of just brings it back to college, man, where you got to just be ready to go. And
in college you open up and you play like you play like an FCS school or really low. So it matters, but it's not like playing the Chiefs, you know. So you're thrown into it, the NFL, but you're saying at this point for you it's not super important.
No, it's not to me. Just being a vet in the league and going through this process, I don't think it's a big deal for me at all. And I feel like I can jump right in and play. So hopefully it doesn't affect some of my other teammates, and we can get rolling fast, because every game does count in the NFL. They did expand the playoffs, so you can afford to, I guess, lose a couple more than you have in the past. But every game counts, man.
What did you think of the expansion? Because as a fan, I love it. More playoff, that's great. But for you, what do you think?
I love it too, man. It gives everybody another chance to make it and get a chance to play on that big stage. And, man, you'd be surprised how many players in this league hadn't even played in the playoffs, man. It's a lot. So to give everybody an extra chance, even an extra chance to make a little extra cash, I think that's going to be a good thing.
It's a good segue for me, Chris, because one of the things that I think even some fans today don't even realize is just how important the guaranteed money is in the NFL. So for you, when you're negotiating a contract, take me through the process of how important it is to get that guarantee, the signing bonus, and just how involved you are as a player.
Definitely involved. Me just going through – this is my first year going through free agency. I didn't get to go through it when I was 25, but just going through it at this aspect of my life, just that's what it's all about, getting that high guaranteed number, because everybody knows in the NFL you can get cut anytime.
Not for long.
Yeah, so it's all about getting that upfront money. That's the best thing you can do, is try to get all your money up front, get a nice signing bonus, and be able to try to finish your contract. Like me, I was able to finish my 5-year deal with Denver. And that's kind of the best thing you can do is try to put that money up front, try to so you can be able to make it through that whole contract.
And then you have the incentives that you obviously want. But what's the balance between the incentives and obviously performance with the upfront signing money?
Well, most guys who get the more incentive deals are the guys that can't get all the way the upfront signing bonus money. So that's another way for teams to be able to get guys to perform high, to try to get those escalators, to get those incentives. And but the guys that are premium guys, most of the times, they really don't always have those incentives because they get that money.
No. Yeah. You see a guy like Richard Sherman, another perennial All-Pro, who's going to be a Hall of Famer as well. Yeah. And he negotiates his own deal and really bets on himself. What was your reaction to that?
I'm happy for Richard, man. He was able to accomplish his incentives. Me, he's the type of player, I don't think he even should have had an incentive-based deal. Yeah. You know, I think he should have had all his cash up front. Just the type of production he's had in this league. I think he shouldn't even be talking about really incentives just because the type of player he is. Like you said, a Hall of Fame player, highly productive player, but he bet on himself. And he was able to maximize his contract. And so I'm pretty sure he'll be looking for another one soon.
Oh, yeah. What are when you're going through the free agency process, take me through it because, you know, you didn't get the opportunity in your mid-20s, but you continue to accelerate your career, which is rare. And you got better and better, and then you had an opportunity, I think, at 31. So what was that process like? Did you enjoy the free agency process? And did anything take you by surprise in terms of teams and just some of the negotiating tactics?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Just having everybody in the AFC West try to come get me. That was definitely surprising. But I guess it's just because they played me the most. They're more familiar with me. And so that's one thing that surprised me over the all season. And just the negotiation tactics, it was really straightforward, you know. All the teams that reach out to me, they just kind of explain what the role that they wanted me to do, and whatever role. And I felt more comfortable with the Chargers and the role that they had for me, going back to the slot, playing all over the field, blitzing, playing the run, just covering all over the field. And that's what I wanted to do, and that's something that I missed last year.
You want to be in the box more and tackle more?
Oh yeah, that's me, man. I mean, that's part of my game. So just being in the box, you know, like an extra linebacker, and then also being able to cover. So that's my game for sure.
So I was trying to find an analogous NBA player to you, because I like doing this for both teams, but even more so for players, especially star players. So I had a few guys in mind, but the guy that I settled on in terms of performance, age, and really overall peak performance, I should say, going into their 30s was Paul George. Yeah. What do you think about that comparison?
I like that comparison. He's a guy. He plays. He's a great two-way player. He can do it all. Shoot the three, get to the rack, and great defender. Great defender. Yeah. And that's what I did when I played ball in high school, AAU all the way up. You know, and so definitely that's a great guy. Patrick Beverly. Kind of like pest out there on the field, having that dog mentality. He's another guy that I like to go into the game with his mentality.
Take me back quickly to your AAU hoops. Were you so you were a point guard, you were kind of like a junkyard dog, kind of just all over the place?
I actually didn't. My basketball style was more like Chris Paul, man, more just running
you were a
the
facilitator?
Show. Yeah, facilitating the game. I could still get 2 buckets, but just running the show, running the team. I had a lot of scores on my team, and but just really getting on the ball, and then if I need to score, get some buckets.
So going back to the comparison, so another reason I wanted to bring it up is because we've seen how sometimes with NFL players, especially non-quarterbacks, that because of the helmet, some players aren't as identifiable. And so I bring up someone like PG, who's really identifiable. Fans know who he is. And like you, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer going into his prime. But I wonder for you, like, how important is it to be in the limelight? Has it ever been important to you? Have you ever considered that?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely important to just to always make your brand as an athlete. I think that's always been huge. We started that in my younger career, or when I started out younger with the No Fly Zone. My wife was able to create that name, and
You trademarked it.
yeah, we trademarked that, and then I just I need a name for myself, and then my cousins, everybody, and then everybody on my teammates just called me Strap. So then from there, I just took Strap here. So it's all about building your brand, and the limelight. I never bought into that because I'll always just try to be myself, and just if it comes, then it comes, But I'll always try to be myself, and never try to just be a guy that's all about trying to be famous or anything like that. That's never been me. So it's just building that brand, though, being able to be a role model for these kids, somebody for them to look up to, and that's always been my role.
You've done it extremely well, and I commend you.
Yeah.
When you talk about some of the brand, like what about your post career do you want to pursue then in terms of not only your brand but also anything else outside of football that might be appealing to you?
Man, it's a lot of things, man. So I might want to get back into football. I might want to coach. That's something that I've always wanted to do, and also I want to have a farm. I want to have a big ranch. I'm big into agriculture. I want to have that. I already got a lot of land in Oklahoma where I'm from, and that's one thing I want to do is build up my community out there. So that's part of one of my goals that I want to do, and just continue to. We have this thing that I'm partnered up with my financial advisor called the MVPs, in which in Oklahoma we're going to be able to have a big group of kids, mainly boys though, to really just focus on them, and that's really what I want to do in my after playing ball, is being able to uplift the community as much as I can. Also try to coach if I can, if it's high school or NFL or any really high school, just because I'll have less time, I have more time to do what I want to do also, so just finding something that I want to do. Of course, I've been able to make enough to where I don't really have to do anything,
Yeah.
But,
so you got to follow your passion.
Yeah. So I just whatever that I would at that time when I'm done playing, what I really want to do at that time.
If I would have told you, Chris, let's say 10 years ago when you're in college, if I would have told you that this is the career you would have had, all-decade team, perennial All-Pro, Hall of Famer, would you have believed me? What do you think?
Man, I had a hard college, man. It was hard, man. We had my first 2 years with Mangino. It was great. And then after that, he got fired. So it was very hard. So I would have probably never definitely believed you. But I always felt that I was one of the top players in the Big 12, being able to start all 4 years. I just was unknown just because our record.
Because you were in Lawrence.
So bad. Yeah. So I always felt that I could be a Hall of Famer. But I'll definitely be surprised with all the accolades and stuff that I've got.
Did you enjoy KU?
Oh, I loved it, man. It's a true family there. I'm diehard now. You know what I mean? That's my family. I try to everybody in my family is Jayhawks. They just kind of just joined the bandwagon. And
you got a key to lead too.
Oh yeah, my boy Talib, being able to play there with him and win a Super Bowl together in the NFL. We kind of try to put Kansas on the map, and hopefully Les Miles can keep us going up.
Yeah. Where's the Super Bowl ring?
Oh, I keep it in my case in my closet, man. We got like a big old box that they give us, and I keep that thing locked.
You never walk around just,
if I have a big event, I'll wear it. If it's something big like that, I'll wear it. But just occasionally, it's too heavy, man.
It's heavy. It gets heavier and heavier with every year, more diamonds.
I know. And I can't imagine who won it last year. The Chiefs. I can't imagine what their rings gonna look like.
Yeah. I'm curious. You played against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
What was your first reaction to it? And then as you saw him more and more, what did you make of him?
The kid can make all the throws, man. He has a great what's a great spirit on the field. You know, he plays with a high spirit. His team just galvanized around him. They love him. And you can see it, man, with his play. He can make all the throws. He's starting to get smarter. And so he's always great competition, man. So I'm looking forward to him playing him.
Same division.
Again, especially with my new team. And in the past, they've had pretty good, solid games versus him. So
yeah,
I'm excited to join them.
A couple more, I'm going to let you go. Going back to we're talking about Limelight a little bit. I'm curious if you could elaborate on it, Chris. Like, so compare to me what it's like to have the admiration and complete adoration of the fans, especially being in Denver as long as you were, and now moving to LA. So what's the balance of like, I want the fans to know who I am. I want them to really appreciate my game, but also I would imagine it's even more important for you to have the respect of your peers, especially DB.
Oh yeah, me playing in Denver, I kind of grew up there. You know what I mean? They kind of see me grow up as a man there, and so I definitely you always want respect from your fans, just respecting your play, and really that feels good when you do get congratulated for what you do out there on the field. So for me, that definitely does feel good. I think players do look for that as from their fans, but just moving on, I kind of knew it was going to go into the division and go into the rival. They would flip on me, and most of them did.
Of course.
But, I mean, I think at the end of the day, they always respect what I did there and what I was able to accomplish there. And I did win a Super Bowl, helped bring a Super Bowl there. So I think they'll always have that respect.
What about peers, DBs, receivers?
Yeah. Oh, that's huge. When you turn on the tape, it's all about your film. The eye in the sky don't lie. So you want to always have great film out there. And that's what your peers judge you off of, your tape and what you do on the field. So that's something that I feel like I got great respect from my peers of what I do out there on the field. They know what I can do. So that's something that you want. But it all starts with your tape. You got to be a productive player, have great technique, make a lot of plays, and that's how you get the congrats from your peers. So,
okay, talk to me how much you'll be paying attention to the NBA restart as a fan, and then also, well, actually, why don't we start with that, and then I'm going to ask one more follow-up. But as a fan, as a guy who likes hoops, who likes some of the Clippers, how much will you be watching in Orlando?
I'm going to be tuned in, man. Today I was watching Bo, man. That's one of my guys in Denver before I left. So I'm excited to see him play. I've been begging him to play him, so I'm glad he got a chance to go out there and show what he can do.
That's good.
I'm a Lakers fan, though. I've always been diehard Lakers, Kobe Bryant. You know, that's my squad. So I'm rocking with LeBron, AD. I like the pickups that we just got with D. Waiters and JR. So hopefully they can join on and come out and make some plays, man, because we got to win it. We got to win this championship for Kobe for sure.
Well, what about LeBron MVP?
LeBron definitely, depending on how we do to finish this year. I mean, Giannis just had a great year.
Great.
I think he definitely deserves it this year. The way are they still number one? I think they're number
one.
They're
number one, but the Lakers are number one in the West.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron, you can never – he can be in the MVP every year. Yeah, you know. So I think Giannis deserves it this year. He put in mad work this year, and hopefully he can get it.
Quick follow, and then I'm going to have one more, and then I promise to let you go. You know, LeBron was an all-state receiver.
Yeah.
He was a monster. What's your technique against a 6'9" dude that can move like that and obviously is extremely strong? What are you trying to do with the line?
Man, with big guys like that, you can't let them get started.
Right.
If you let them get started moving fast, they're hard to stop. And that's my best chance to do. Hopefully I can time my jump when he's on the way down and be able to break it up when he comes down with the ball. But,
like, a fade route with Ron on the 7-yard line is not going to be very fun, right?
Oh, no. I mean, he's one of those freak athletes that could come be a Hall of Fame in 2 sports, you know. Him being able to his athleticism, the 50-inch vertical, he's definitely going to be unstoppable to guard in the red zone.
Okay, what about Giannis? You want to get under him, right?
Yeah. Oh, Giannis, man, he's 7 foot, man, almost. So you really don't got no chance with him. So you just really like I said, as those big guys, they come down with the ball, you got to try to try to punch it out as they come down with it.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd
be fun. I'd take on the challenge.
I know you would. Yeah. Last one is, can we use the NBA restart? I know the NFL wouldn't have a bubble, but they have had no positive tests. About 350 tests, or 350 players have not tested positive. And in talking to guys, like, they told me that the protocols are extremely tight. They're getting tested, every day. But they've been able to find the success. So knowing that the NFL wouldn't have a bubble, but would obviously be extremely careful in terms of COVID, can we look at that and say, well, the NBA is doing this right. Here's what we can do as the NFL.
I think that's what we're doing. We're going to try to copy them and the protocols, getting tests every day, at least the first couple weeks, and then see how it goes. We got a whole nother challenge because we got thousands of players. So hopefully it works out. The protocols, we'll try to copy what they do, and they've had success doing it. So hopefully we can mimic that and have great success on the football field.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you so much.
No problem, man.
You got to work out. Yeah. But it's been a true pleasure, and it means a lot that you would take the time. Just so excited to connect with you.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right, bro.
All right, my man. Thank you.
All right.